Hi there, and welcome back to the channel. If you've ever wondered whether a woman is genuinely drawn to you or if it's all just friendly vibes, you're not alone. Attraction can be a quiet language, spoken not through big declarations, but through consistent emotional gestures that many miss if they're not tuned in. In today's video, we will gently pull back the curtain on the subtle yet significant signs a woman shows when she feels emotionally and romantically connected to a man. These aren't just surface-level behaviors. They're rooted in psychological patterns, emotional safety, and the human need for closeness. You'll learn how a casual text or a spontaneous coffee suggestion might carry more emotional weight than you realize. We'll explore 8 insightful signs, each backed with real-life examples and more profound understanding, so you can better recognize when a woman is emotionally drawn to you and why it matters. So stay with me until the end of the video, because understanding these signs could completely shift the way you see the women in your life and maybe even deepen a connection that's already growing. Let's dive in. 1. She finds ways to see you often. When a woman genuinely attracts you, it goes beyond just physical interest. There's a deeper emotional pull that drives her to seek your presence. Your company brings her a sense of excitement, safety, and emotional fulfillment. She doesn't need to say it out loud, but how she subtly arranges encounters reveals much more than mere coincidence. It starts innocently. I'm thinking of checking out the farmers market in Santa Monica this weekend. Do you go there often? Or, have you been to that new coffee shop in Venice Beach? I'm dying to try it. These aren't just casual questions. They're invitations masked as curiosity. It's her way of testing the waters to see if you'll meet her, of creating an opportunity to be near you. A woman who feels intensely drawn to you will naturally find ways to weave herself into your life. She'll suggest activities that allow your paths to cross repeatedly. These aren't random suggestions, but carefully placed chances to build emotional intimacy. It's her way of showing that being around you is something she desires, even if she doesn't directly say, "I miss you." The frequency of these encounters is the actual tell. If she keeps suggesting places or activities where she might run into you, it strongly indicates that she craves your emotional connection, that your presence feels vital to her well-being. The next time she casually mentions a place she'd like to go, pay attention, not to the place itself, but to the more profound message she's sending. She's not just looking for a coffee, a market, or an outing. She's looking for a deeper connection with you that goes beyond the surface and into emotional closeness. When a woman goes out of her way to see you often, it's not by accident. It's her subtle way of letting you know that she values your presence in her life and that she's not just interested in the casual connection, but in something more meaningful. Keep an eye on these small but telling signs. They reflect how she feels about you. 2. She texts or calls first and keeps the conversation flowing. When a woman reaches out first, it's not just about passing the time. It's about creating a connection. A simple text saying, "Did you eat yet?" might seem trivial, but it carries a desire to remain emotionally present, even when you're physically apart. It's a question that goes beyond basic curiosity. It's her way of showing she cares about the small moments in your day. Then there's the random, "I just walked by the place we went last time. Made me smile." It may seem nostalgic, but it is a way for her to keep the bond alive, reminding you of shared memories and experiences. She's reaching out with no agenda, simply because she wants to share a piece of her world with you. Sometimes it's even as simple as sending a meme, a song, or a silly sticker. They may seem inconsequential, but in reality, these are the ways she tries to bridge the gap between your worlds, making sure the conversation never dies. These aren't just random distractions. Each one is a subtle invitation to stay connected, to engage emotionally, and to keep you in her thoughts. If she consistently keeps the conversation flowing, even if it's just about the weather, a funny meme, or something that made her smile, it's a sign that she's emotionally invested. It's not the conversation length, it's the effort to keep in touch without a reason. These little gestures show that she is interested in more than just casual banter. She's forming a bond, and with each message, she's weaving the threads of something more profound. If a woman consistently reaches out to keep the conversation alive, even in seemingly small ways, know that her interest in you is more than surface level. She wants to stay emotionally close, and with each word, she's letting you know you're important to her. 3. She gives you thoughtful, personalized gifts. When a woman gives you a gift that hits the mark, it's more than a thoughtful gesture. It's a sign that she's paying attention and cares enough to notice the little things about you, the preferences you casually mention, the moments you let slip by unnoticed. It's her way of saying, "I've been listening, I see you." You might be surprised when she hands you a candle and says, "I remember you said you love the smell of cedarwood. I found this one in Brooklyn that smells just like it." Or when she hands you a pen with a simple smile, "I saw this in a boutique in Austin, and I thought it's your style." It may seem like a small gesture, but it's far from insignificant. These gifts reflect a deeper understanding of your tastes, quirks, and what you hold dear. It's her way of connecting emotionally and showing she's thinking of you. What's crucial to notice here is not just the gift itself, but the fact that it mirrors who you are. It's not just a generic item bought out of obligation. It's personalized, intimate, and emotional. Whether it's the perfect blend of a fragrance or the right accessory, these gifts reflect her effort to make you feel seen. It's a direct link to her affection and attraction, not simply a gesture of kindness. When a woman listens to your subtle hints and turns them into something meaningful, her feelings for you go beyond the surface. She's acknowledging your personality and engaging with it in a way that says she wants to be a part of your world and is interested in what makes you, you. It's not about the price tag or the grandeur. It's about the thought, the care, and the emotional investment behind it. 4. She remembers small things you say. When emotionally invested, a woman absorbs more than just the big moments. She collects the little details, the seemingly insignificant facts that most people would forget the next day. It's not just about remembering your favorite color or what you do for a living. It's the moments that show she cares in a way that only someone truly interested can. For example, you might have mentioned casually that you used to live in San Diego years ago, and the next time you talk, she brings it up. "Didn't you live in San Diego for a while? I've always wanted to visit there again." It's the kind of thing you might have forgotten you even said, yet it's clear she's been thinking about it. Or when she asks, "How's your back? You said it gets sore after gym sessions, right?" A small remark you might have made in passing, yet she remembers it perfectly. Why does this matter? Because it shows where you stand in her emotional world. When she remembers these small details, it's a sign that she's invested. You've become part of her mental landscape. Her mind revisits conversations, pulls from memories, and stores little facts about you as she shapes her image of you and your connection. Women who genuinely care about someone store emotional data. She's not just listening for the sake of hearing words. She's absorbing, interpreting, and making mental notes. It's a way for her to stay connected, even when you're not around. The more she recalls those minor details you barely remember mentioning, the more she thinks about you, consciously or subconsciously. This isn't just about making small talk or appearing interested. It's about showing that someone matters enough to hold on to their words. You're more than a fleeting thought if she remembers the things you barely notice. You're a priority in her life. 5. She shares personal, vulnerable stories. When a woman opens up about her past, it's not just a story, It's a key to understanding her heart. She doesn't share her vulnerabilities lightly. Only when she feels truly safe and emotionally seen does she reveal the parts of herself that have been shaped by pain, loss, and experiences. These aren't just words. They are invitations into her inner world. You might hear her say, "I lost someone close when I was young, so goodbyes still scare me." It's a moment where she's trusting you with her grief. It's not a plea for pity. It's her way of telling you that emotional closeness has risks. She's acknowledging that love is precious but fragile. Or perhaps she tells you, "I was in a toxic relationship for years. I'm more careful now, but I still believe in love." In this, she's revealing the scars left by the past and how they've shaped how she now sees relationships. She isn't pushing you away, but inviting you to understand the cautious optimism that drives her desire to love again. These stories are windows into her soul. When she shares them, she's not looking for answers. She's not looking for sympathy. What she's offering is trust, the kind that takes time to build. By letting you into her emotional landscape, she's signaling she will let her guard down with you. If she opens up emotionally, it's a sign that her heart is reaching out for something more profound. She says, "I'm ready to share my vulnerabilities with you, not just the good parts of me, but the parts that have been hurt or scarred." This is her invitation for you to meet her where she is and walk her through her fears and hopes. When a woman shares these intimate stories, it's a chance for you to show that you can handle the weight of her heart. Your response is just as important. Be patient, be present, and let her know that her vulnerability is safe with you. Trust is fragile, and once she gives it, it's up to you to protect it. 6. She reacts subtly when you mention other women. Jealousy is an emotion many women hide well, but it often surfaces when least expected. It may not always be overt, but when you mention another woman, whether a friend, colleague, or someone you've known for a long time, a slight shift in her demeanor gives away her feelings. The primal instinct to protect the bond between you two triggers subtle responses that reveal more than she might want you to know. When you casually mention a female friend who texts you often, her voice might change slightly, almost imperceptibly. "Oh, she texts you a lot, huh? Must be super close." The comment seems innocent enough, but there's an edge that wasn't there before. It's not a criticism, but rather an undercurrent of curiosity and maybe a touch of insecurity. Suppose she quickly shifts the subject, avoiding further conversation about this woman. In that case, it's a clear signal that she doesn't feel comfortable with the idea of another woman in your orbit. This reaction is often not as blatant as an argument or an accusation. Instead, it's in the subtle things. A tightening of the jaw, a brief moment of silence before redirecting the conversation, or a sudden change in her facial expression. These fleeting signals are often the clearest indicators that your connection matters to her more than she lets on. She's not just dismissing another woman out of casual indifference. She's feeling something deeper that taps into the vulnerability of emotional competition. If you pay attention, you'll notice that these reactions aren't random. They follow a pattern. When another woman enters the picture, even in the most innocent way, it's as if something shifts in the dynamic between you. She doesn't want to lose you, and that slight hint of jealousy is her way of showing just how much you mean to her. It's not about mistrusting you. It's about wanting to protect what she values deeply, the bond between you. Recognizing these signs can give you insight into how she feels and how much your connection truly matters to her. 7. She becomes more feminine around you. There's a certain magic in how a woman's energy shifts when she's truly drawn to you. It's subtle but undeniable. Her feminine essence is awakened when she's attracted to you, and she naturally becomes softer, more delicate, and more attuned to the moment. She doesn't do this for the world. It's a private transformation that only lets you see. You'll notice the small details, how her wardrobe changes when she's with you. Gone are the hurried, utilitarian outfits. She'll choose softer fabrics that caress the skin and enhance her natural beauty. A spritz of fragrance will linger in the air, a gentle reminder that she's present with you and that you're the one she wants to connect with. Her makeup, too, may be more deliberate, more refined, as if she wants to look her best, not for anyone else but for you. Her voice, too, shifts. It softens, becoming warmer, more melodic as she speaks. Her laughter is lighter, a little more flirtatious. In these moments, you realize that something has changed. She is no longer just herself. She's the woman who is attuned to you, who wants to be seen and adored by you. Her energy flows in sync with yours, as if the rest of the world has faded away. If you're ever in doubt, pay attention to how she behaves when you're around. Does she become more relaxed, playful, and present in the moment? Does she show a special version of herself only for you? If so, you're awakening her feminine polarity. It's a sign that she's deeply invested, emotionally and in every sense of the word. When she lets you see her this way, she's offering a part of herself that's intimate and genuine, something reserved only for someone she feels truly connected with. This shift isn't about superficial gestures or trying to impress. It's about the natural flow of attraction and the deep, instinctive desire to connect on a deeper, more intimate level. And when she allows her femininity to shine so brightly around you, it's a clear sign that you're the man she wants to be with. 8. She includes you in her future plans. When a woman starts imagining a future that includes you, it's more than just a fleeting thought or a passing fancy. It signals a pivotal moment in the relationship, a shift from the temporary to something with the potential for long-term commitment. This means that she no longer views the relationship through the lens of casual dating or mere attraction. You are now part of the larger picture of her life, and this realization carries significant emotional weight. At first, you might notice subtle signs in how she talks about her plans. These might not be dramatic declarations, but simple, everyday comments that suggest she's beginning to see you as someone who fits into her future. For example, she might casually mention, "I've always wanted to live somewhere calm like Portland, near the mountains, away from the chaos." This comment, seemingly unrelated to the present, carries more meaning than it lets on. She's sharing a piece of her dream with you, a vision that isn't just about her desires, but one where you could potentially be involved. It's not a matter of finding someone to share her life with. It's about choosing you to be part of her future. These statements are often not just about the location or the setting, but about the lifestyle and emotional journey she envisions. It reflects her desire for stability, peace, and fulfillment, and suggests she wants to share that vision with you. When she includes you in her dreams, it shows she's not just thinking about the now, but what lies ahead, and she sees you as a central figure in that future. Then the more direct, more vulnerable conversations will start to emerge. She might say, "What do you think growing old with someone should look like?" At first, this might seem like an abstract, simple reflection on life. But in reality, it's her way of probing the idea of long-term commitment, asking for your thoughts on a partnership that spans decades. This question is not the kind of question someone casually dating would ask. It's a question from someone considering you as a lifelong partner, someone she wants to share the highs and lows of life with. When a woman includes you in her plans, it's not just a sign of affection, it's a declaration of emotional investment. She's not simply asking you to go along for the ride, she's inviting you to be part of something more profound that holds the potential for growth, love, and shared experiences. This invitation strongly indicates that she values the connection and sees you as a serious emotional prospect. This thinking requires trust and emotional maturity, often rooted in a deeper understanding of what she wants in life. She's not making these statements lightly. By including you in her future, she's signaling that she sees you as a potential partner with whom she can build a meaningful relationship. So when you notice her making those subtle or direct remarks about the future, take them seriously. They're not just passing comments. They reflect her evolving feelings for you and indicate that she sees you in her life beyond the present moment. If you recognize this shift, understand that it's a crucial turning point in the relationship, one where she is considering the possibility of something lasting, something real. She's not just imagining a future, she's imagining a future with you in it, and that's a big deal. Understanding the emotional signs of deep attraction in a woman isn't about decoding tricks or learning to manipulate. It's about recognizing the quiet language of connection. When a woman is truly drawn to a man, her actions speak volumes. She seeks proximity, initiates conversation, shares her inner world, and subtly shapes her energy in his presence. These aren't just casual behaviors. They're windows into how deeply she feels, even if words are never spoken. In today's fast-paced world, emotional cues often get lost beneath surface-level interactions. But if you slow down and truly observe, you'll notice that real attraction is never loud. It's in the softness of her voice, the way she remembers the small things, the gentle vulnerability she shares, and the future she quietly begins to include you in. These signs are less about romance and more about emotional resonance, which builds intimacy not overnight, but through quiet moments of trust and mutual understanding. So take these insights not as rules, but as reminders to be more present, attuned, and grounded in your emotional awareness. Attraction is not something to be earned or chased. It's something to be noticed, nurtured, and respected when it shows up authentically. Now I'd love to hear your stories. Have you noticed these signs in someone before? How did you respond? Drop your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more meaningful insights into relationships, psychology, and emotional connection. Let's grow together.